Today we have Jessi Brelsford from Taste Buds Kitchen. So Jessi, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Giuseppe. I'm glad to be here, and happy to talk to you today. Thanks for having me.
And I got the last name. I said it's a tongue twister.
Tom, you got it.
That's the hardest part for me. It's all downhill from here. Now I was stressing because I know my name is could be difficult to pronounce. So I appreciate it. We've had a lot of we poll. Ask a lot of questions to our viewers, and we always ask, hey, what do you want to learn more about? Whether it be brands, do you want to learn more about accounting? We've had accountants on and franchise attorneys and things like that. So wanted to been meaning to schedule this for a while. So, but before we dive into Taste Buds, if you can give the audience a little bit of background, who Jessi is, where you started, because we have some similar backgrounds.
Yeah, we do. Okay, yeah, I'm happy to. So Jessi Brelsford, you nailed the name. Founder and CEO of Taste Buds Kitchen. It will be 18 years old in September. So I've been doing this for a long time. But kind of rewind, I'm from Maryland. I'll go to the very beginning. I'm one of 23 first cousins. I was always the Pied Piper of the group. I was always a hustler, always, business. And I would steal vegetables from my mom's garden and sell them to our neighbors for a quarter. I was on the street corner doing lemonade stands, right? So kitchen, kids, business has always been my thing. I grew up, went to Harvard, majored in economics. I was a Division I swimmer. I love competition. And that kind of led me to our common background, which was Wall Street. I moved to Wall Street 2003. Moved to New York City, 2003. I had never been there only one time before. So New York newbie, and got a job at Bear Stearns and decided to take it. So I liked it. I liked what I did. I did it for 7 years, and kind of a year before I left is when the idea for Taste Buds Kitchen was born. I was sitting at my desk one day. I was missing my 23 first cousins. At the time, I had 3 great grandparents alive. I was with people who were between the ages of 20 and 50, wearing a suit every day, doing fairly interesting work, but not as much creativity and kind of ingenuity as I was looking for. So I decided to teach kids to bake as a hobby, calling it Cupcake Kids. Never thought it would be a business, never thought it would be a franchise. I posted it on this free website to advertise classes. It sold out. I led a very cute cookie decorating class, and the next thing I did was a cupcake decorating class. And that's really where the idea started. Again, still in my mind, this was just a passion project, a hobby I'm doing on the weekends. And pretty much one weekend a month. I was working, 12 plus hour days in Wall Street at the time, didn't have a lot of extra time. So fast forward to Wall Street crumbling, recession starting. I'm kind of in the heart of it at Bear Stearns. And my idea is, okay, I could do this. I'm going to make this a business. Again, didn't know about franchising, hadn't even entered my thought, but I went from passion project to I can make this my business. So I did leave. I raised my hand to be laid off when JP Morgan was buying Bear Stearns. Gave me severance, gave me insurance for a few months. And so that was the funds I needed to start Taste Buds Kitchen. So I knew at that point, it wasn't just going to be kids. It was going to be all ages, 2 to 99. It wasn't just going to be sweets. It would be all kinds of food. So for those who don't know, Taste Buds Kitchen, we are culinary entertainment. So it's a 2,000 square foot, beautiful kitchen event space where you walk in and you'll cook with us. You book in advance. So you'll either register for a public class, you'll come do handmade pasta, sushi and dumplings. Or for kids, we're doing summer camps, we're doing birthday parties, after school classes, caregiver me weekend classes. And on the adult side of things, corporate events, adult classes, birthday parties. Adult events are generally all BYOB, so bring your own beer or wine. It's a really fun concept. We don't sell food, we don't cater food, but you come in, we have fun cooking. So taking us back now to 2008, left Wall Street, started it full time. We didn't rent a space. I used to use restaurants. So we had an Upper East Side location, Upper West Side, Tribeca, Brooklyn, would work with restaurants who weren't open for lunch. I would rent the space to put on these classes and events. And then kind of one of my team members actually suggested, hey, we need a space. We're carrying this KitchenAid stand mixers on the subway. This is not sustainable, which I agree. So I'm a dog with a bone. I get an idea. I have to do it. So we signed a lease in Chelsea, 109 West 27th in 2010. And we are still there today. So 15 years later. And that's really where the model started. I've kind of figured out how I wanted to do it, the different revenue streams. And franchising came much later, but I'm sure we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, no, that is,
and how this happened.
That is very interesting, and we must have crossed paths in the city because I had left February. That was January of 2007. So,
Yeah, for sure.
so we were probably
In the same corner because I was right 383 Madison was the Bear Stearns building, and I was there from 2003 to June of 2008 was my last day.
Oh wow, that is crazy. Yeah, we hear a lot of people that just it's a well. You can make some good money, but it definitely isn't for everyone. And I had some great takeaways, but I'm curious, and I talk about it, so no one wants to hear from me anymore. We want to hear some fresh stories. So, what did you get out of working for Wall Street, and how did that help you launch? Obviously you had this idea, but what did you get from Wall Street? Any takeaways in launching Taste Buds?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it taught me how to have a job. Really, in the summers of college, I was coaching the swim team. I was teaching swimming lessons. I was a Division I swimmer, so my life was based around swimming in school. So it was really my first largely professional experience. I loved it. I love numbers. I love figuring out how things work. I love the people I worked with. I got a lot of joy out of it, even though it was hard. It was very hard outside of my comfort zone, what I was doing. But I think looking back, like I'm still friends with my early bosses, thinking back to when I was 22, right out of college, was a really great group of people. And I think it gave me confidence. I can do this. I can figure this out, right? I've been an employee. I've worked for someone. I generally get how this all works and puts it together in kind of corporate America. And it does pay well, right? I remember being like, oh, I could just go to Nordstroms.com and buy jeans. And when you're a college kid, you can't do that. So life starts to get a little bit easier, right? You have, you're paying rent in New York City and all those things. And it was a big leap to say, okay, all that goes away when I go out on my own. The stability, the structure, and the framework. But this could work, right? And this could change my life. I could do something I'm passionate about, that I love, that is fulfilling. And I think I can make money doing it. Me, it's not yet a franchise, not even yet a business. I have to figure this out. I was 26. I was not married. I did not own a home. So it was the time to do it. My dad was definitely the voice in my ear, like, are you sure? You've kind of made it from my perspective, right? You're off my payroll.
We had the same parents, I think.
You're living on your own, right? Like, are you sure? And I kind of told him my whys, and he's like, well, then do it, right? Yeah. If not, when, if not now, right? So he was very supportive in the end, but there was definitely that are you sure moment. But I had a great experience. And I think that was a really helpful background that did give me structure, right? And did give me experience. And I did wear a suit every day for 7 years. And now I wear jeans every day, right, at my best. So I appreciate the wardrobe change as well, but gave me good background, like solid in my numbers, right? And that's how I drive Taste Buds Kitchen forward. I love food, the kitchen, and fun, but I'm like business first. I'm numbers first. It has to make sense. I'm KPI driven. So I'm able to take that into a very fun industry where, yes, kids are making cupcakes.
Jessi built a successful business, but when it came time to expand, she made a surprising choice. Find out why she decided against opening more corporate locations in the next video.